Brawl report. Alright, you guys, we have an absolutely absurd amount of stuff to get into here in this episode today. So, hey, without any further ado, let's get into it. And if you enjoy these episodes, be sure to subscribe. It really goes a long way in supporting the channel. So normally I feel like this would fit better in a Brawl news episode, but for our first segment, I had to bring this up. One of the coolest skins, in my opinion, that have been designed in quite some time has been released here today, and that is El Quarterback Primo. I don't expect you all to be fans of like football and stuff like that, but the reason this skin is being released is because it's the Super Bowl today, or at least at the point that I'm recording this video. But I'm really enjoying what's going on here with this little mini theme. It's freaking sick. So of course we're gonna be picking up this bad boy. Make sure to use code RAY in the Brawl Stars shop. That goes a long way. But we get the amazing skin, a pin, a profile icon, and a spray for 199 gems. I'm a big fan of this skin. I think it's freaking fire, dude. Cycling through, yeah, dude, let's freaking go. Dude, El Primo has so many skins, that's insane. But probably the hypest part about it is, of course, the background music. I'm a big fan of the background music changing in Brawl Stars, and this one is exquisite. Freaking fire, dude. But moving along to our next segment of Brawl Report, and that is everything to do with a very, very bizarre thing that ended up happening to the Wukong Miko skin. One of the coolest skins to be released in a really long time as well. The dev team has been crushing the skins lately, but a really wild bug ended up happening to the skin for a very small window of time when it was first released. A pay-to-win skin. People were pretty, I don't know, it was more so like a funny meme, but still something pretty wild. Documenting it over here, we have Dandy saying, what a great skin. Look at this. This was the offer, right? It's hard to tell what's going on here, but for some reason, the Wukong Miko skin wasn't rendering when it was first released. We were met with this bizarre pink screen, and that represented the skin. Now, because this skin was not rendering for some reason, in game, the skin was invisible. So Dandy is proccing the hypercharge playing in Training Cave, but you can't see Miko. That means that Miko was pretty much like a forever Leon being invisible, right? A completely unrecognizable brawler. You have the things popping up, right? The circle beneath the character, as well as the health bar and ammo and all that good stuff. So I guess not as broken as Leon's invisibility, but still, you were able to walk around with this Wukong Miko skin in-game invisible, and to the other player, you'd be invisible as well. It was so bizarre. I don't know what happened with this pink screen, but every single time someone was playing with the Wukong Miko skin, they were just a pink screen, dude. Now, this was patched really quickly to the point where I wasn't even able to experience the glitch, and normally I'm pretty on top of crazy bugs or glitches inside of Brawl Stars, so it kind of was a fleeting opportunity, but still absolutely insane. For a short time, people were just running rampant with this Wukong Miko skin completely invisible, but the Brawl Stars dev team ended up addressing the issue. We are aware of the issue with the Wukong Miko skin not appearing correctly or not at all on some devices. The team is working on it, and hopefully we'll get it fixed ASAP, which it was very fast. I think it was only up for like 30 minutes, but insane. I love these little quirky bugs and glitches that end up happening in Brawl Stars. I'm sorry, some people get angry with them, but I feel like they are so freaking fun. It adds a little bit of personality to the game, which I absolutely adore. With any update, if there's bugs or glitches, they're so much fun to figure out and find. But we find ourselves at our next segment of Brawl Report, centralized around this individual over here on Twitter called Toby. I actually had the pleasure of meeting Toby on a few different occasions. He started off, I believe, as a Clash Royale pro player, which I believe he might still dabble in here, but a lot of his focus has been on Brawl Stars here recently, which he is a very established player in the community. I believe his main account is around like 90,000 trophies, or mid 90,000, which is incredible. But he ended up winning a 1 million gem prize with this most recent Brawl Together campaign, which he ended up sharing some screenshots here. 1 million gems. Bro, it's hard to wrap it up and put it into picture just how powerful this amount of gems is on an account, which thankfully Toby ended up documenting this time around. Us plebeians who have never seen this many gems in our entire life will now be able to see how much weight it actually carries, because Toby ended up claiming this on a mini account of his. His account is called Goat Carry, and as you can see, those gems loaded in there, 1,050,000. Now, we've seen people get this 1 million prize guys before, but again, it's hard to wrap your head around just how much impact or how much 1 million gems can do inside of Brawl Stars. You're literally set for the rest of your life. It's hard to spend this many gems in the game, but Toby does here on his YouTube channel. 1 million gems, buying everything. 1 million gold, all brawlers, all skins, and maxing out the whole account. Video in German. Have fun watching. So we see the start here of the account, right? 14,000 trophies. He's got a level 4 El Primo here, so I'm assuming he's got some leveling going on his account, but I would love to hear your guys' prediction just at this point of the video. How many gems do you think he's going to have after unlocking all the brawlers? I believe he purchases all the skins, all the star powers. He buys 1 million coins with the gems that he has to level up his brawlers, get the star powers and everything. How many gems do you think he utilized to max out completely an account in this game? Well, we're gonna check it out right now. Be sure to check out Toby's YouTube channel. That will be linked in the description down below. He is a really cool guy and an incredible player. I'm sure his content is going to be really into pushing and high level Brawl Stars gameplay. But we have a 41-minute video on our hands. We have the dudes checking out the account, right, with 1 million gems. But during this 41 minutes, they go ham, spending as much gems as possible to max out this account completely. So we're gonna fast forward here. Obviously, it takes a lot of time to max out completely an account, the skins and all, and 1 million coins worth of gems being spent here. You can see, look at this guy. He's spending the gems on the least efficient thing in the game. Coins, dude. He doesn't care. He's got gems for days. This doesn't bother him at all. That's crazy. He just keeps going until he has 1 million coins, bro. Oh my gosh, 1 million coins. He is set for life, man. That's ridiculous. But fast forwarding through all of that, he uses the coins, the gems to max out his account completely. Let's see how many gems he has left over from spending all of that. Ladies and gentlemen, after all of that, he still has 864,000 gems. He has every single brawler maxed out. He has every single skin in the game, every single ability unlocked. Still has 276,000 coins left over, and he only spent like 15% of the gems, bro. That is crazy. I wonder how much content would need to be produced in Brawl Stars for this to be spent in the game, right? It would take years and years and years. I don't even think you'd be able to spend all of these gems. I would love, because you wouldn't be able to spend all the gems on like content coming around, just to see how many coins he could rack up. Does it get like an astronomically insane number of something on the account? I bet you he would be fine with just holding on to like 200,000 gems, right? Spend the rest on coins. How many coins? How big of a number could we get, you know? But either way, ridiculous and a very informative video here. How much 1 million gems actually is in Brawl Stars. It's too much. You'd never be able to spend it all. Love it, love it, love it. And a huge thanks for Toby for letting us take a look at this video here on the channel. Again, make sure to subscribe to the man. Absolute GOAT. And before we move along, I know a lot of the focus was on Toby and his escapades, but I ended up stumbling across this tweet as well. There was another individual who we found out got 1 million gems as well, this guy here. So huge congrats to him and anyone else who happened to get 1 million gems, because a lot of individuals out there actually did this time around with the Brawl Together event. A crazy event and an absolutely insane amount of gems for people to get, dude. It's crazy. Moving along to our next segment of Brawl Report, I happened to stumble across this tweet from an absolutely ridiculous accomplishment from Tavu-E0. Tavu, we'll call him, but this tweet is highlighting his 60th mastery complete inside of Brawl Stars. What a crazy account this dude has. It's kind of funny, inside of Brawl Stars, we have a hard time singling in on like crazy accomplishments, right? We don't know, like, or at least I don't know, who is reigning supreme with the most masteries achieved as of right now, right? It's hard to figure that out until you happen to come across tweets like this of people showing off their accomplishments. This guy having 60 out of the, what, 77 brawlers now in Brawl Stars, or 76? Yeah, 76. The dude only has 16 masteries to go to have every single brawler mastered in this game. That's ridiculous. For some of these really cool world record accounts, I would love to know like a list or like a place that puts in these crazy accomplishment and world records, a place where we can go to see who has the most masteries in the game. It would just be really hard to establish that, right? We would just need a crazy amount of data. But I want to know who is holding these crazy milestones, because this is ridiculous and cool to come across. 60 masteries. Look at him scroll through all of these. I mean, come on, how much time did this take? Sheesh, man, that's beautiful. It's crazy. Moving along to our next segment, I love taking a look at these more satisfying videos. We have a tweet from Ash here on 5 devices opening up his legendary star drops on each of these accounts simultaneously, and let me tell you, is it satisfying, bro? Look at this. Let the mind go numb. Yo, it's sick. Bam, 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 and bam. Okay, let's let it rip. Ash, what'd you get? Bam, 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 bam. Yo, okay. Yo, he actually got lucky as frick. Okay, what are the odds of getting Burger Lou twice? Look at that. He got Burger Lou on 2 separate accounts twice. That's a pretty dang lucky set of openings, right? Burger Lou twice. We have 4 different skins. I don't know how much you guys value skins. I like getting skins out of star drops. It's kind of a cool feeling. It's saving gems, but definitely the most crazy one, or the best one, is that hypercharge, right? Saving 5,000 coins. That's the one you hope for out of legendary star drops, that's for sure. But a cool idea, right? It makes me want to do this myself. Crazy satisfying. Another funny one before we get into, I guess, more pressing info here in this episode of Brawl Report. I had to share this one by Sir Chriso. I absolutely adore this video. I can't play the music, unfortunately. It's probably copyrighted. But bro, sometimes people just underestimate tanks in this game. Look at this Primo, the absolute chattery going on here, just walking straight up to the goal. Doesn't even kick it in, dude. Showing pure dominance over this team. He's like, your DPS? I don't give a crap about your DPS. Let me walk straight up and score this goal. How embarrassing would that be to go up against this Primo, watching this replay back? Just watching him walk it straight in. Oh, it's beautiful. Some teams, they just lack DPS. And if you're a Frank or an El Primo, you can abuse your HP. And it's a beautiful thing. We see Franks do that a lot. And it's one of the most satisfying things in the entire game. A punching bag most of the time from tanks actually abusing their HP. It's awesome. Moving along here, I stumbled across this tweet that I found it really, really interesting. We have a tweet from Frank, and I love when he shared these data sets, data points that obviously we know that the dev team is seeing a lot, but it's cool when they share it with the audience. I really love these data points. But Frank says, 1 minute ago, within a 60-second window, over 100,000 solo showdown battles started. That means that more than 1 million players entered a battle, and the servers looked stable on their end after some improvements during the maintenance earlier this week. It really goes to show just how active Brawl Stars is, and how much battles are being played, and how much weight on the servers there are. I feel like I've been seeing a few tweets recently where some servers on their accounts are strained, where they're getting locked in like a matchmaking loop and stuff like that. Well, a lot of people are playing, and you need to have some hefty servers to withstand that traffic, but it's just nice to see how popular Brawl Stars is now with a tweet like this. Some of the most recent updates have been phenomenal. I feel like really the only hang-up some people I've been hearing inside of the community recently has been balancing. New brawlers being released being really overpowered, and some of the brawlers being really good for a very long time. And I think a lot of that is due to newer implementations, right? The newer brawlers being busted, and like things like 5v5 making Fang just an absolute animal more than he is already. Which brings us to our next segment of Brawl Report, and that is all centralized around this tweet. How would you balance this brawler? By Volt Official. And I couldn't ask a better question. I would love to hear what you guys think. How would you nerf Fang? I saw a lot of people kind of disappointed with this most recent like emergency balance changes that came around, which was only 2 nerfs. One to Macy, one to Larry and Lori. They're still incredibly broken, mind you. But I saw a lot of feedback from the community saying, where the heck is the Fang nerf, right? Fang has been an absolute monster inside of the meta here for quite some time now. I've been seeing some other tweets of like Fang enjoyers out there saying like, praise the Brawl Stars Lord, we freaking got around another nerf hammer, dude. Sometimes I have a feeling, and this is just my own idea, that when a really broken brawler is broken for a really long time, I feel like the dev team is just trying to figure out the best way to tweak that certain brawler. Like, if you nerf them in a bad way, it might affect them in other game modes, where like Fang is absolutely dominant in 5v5 game modes right now. But if you really nerf him down so he's balanced in 5v5s, I bet you he'd be absolutely trash in certain game modes. So it's like a fine line that you gotta walk on, and that's why I wanted to bring it up here in this episode of Brawl Report. What would you guys do to Fang? How would you make this guy balanced? A brawler that's been broken for a really long time now. I got a feeling we'll be seeing something at least happening to him in the next update and the bigger list of balance changes that we get with those updates. But yeah, really curious what you guys have to say about that. But I think that's a good stopping point for this episode of Brawl Report. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been really enjoying these episodes, by the way, and it's been very nice hearing you guys enjoying this episode as well. It's kind of like Brawl News, but a little bit more laid back and focused a bit more on like entertaining things, which I really enjoy. Kind of cool stuff inside the community rather than just like news-based things, update speculation, which we will be focusing a bit more on in those episodes of Brawl News. But yeah, dude, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll be talking super soon. Adios and take care. Peace out.